Good morning, everybody. Sawadee Chao. Today is Thanksgiving here in Thailand. It's Thanksgiving. It is Thanksgiving Eve in the United States and in the West. It's the eve of Thanksgiving. So we're going to talk today a little bit about Thanksgiving. Good subject. That is, if some people come in here, give them a couple minutes. They'll come in. Um, but Thanksgiving is a subject that gives us time to reflect on what we're grateful for in our lives. Why should we be grateful? What is that saying? What's the saying? I don't remember what it is, but it's something like, be grateful. You got to be grateful instead of, what is that saying? I can't even think of it right now. Let's see. Uh, let's see if I can find it here. I'm happy because I'm grateful. I choose to be grateful. Okay, that's not what it is. God, I didn't know there were so many quotes about being grateful. Let me look at this here. Oh God. A friend is someone who knows all about you and still loves you. That's not what I wanted to say. There are so many phrases about being grateful. Always have okay, this is it. Always have an attitude of gratitude. And I try to remember that. I don't always, but nobody's perfect. But I think that's what Thanksgiving is about, having an attitude of gratitude. And to be honest, here in Thailand, uh, really, it's only the foreigners who practice Thanksgiving. But we're going to talk about that. I got a couple little news articles, and I got something else for you. Uh, we're going to talk about the 25 best cities to live in and the 10 worst. Plus, we're also going to talk about medical costs, and there's a hero. There is a hero, and he's only 12 years old. So we're going to talk about that. And of course, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving. That is, if anybody comes into the show here today. I don't know what's going on. It takes people a while to get in. I don't know. This has been up for 4 days or 5 days, something like this. I don't know what it is. I know I have to try to put things up early so that people know, oh, well, this is the time that he's going to be on. But I think that doesn't really matter, to be honest. I think people just go to, if they're on YouTube at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and they see me on, maybe they'll come on. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know, and I don't care. But what I will tell you is that the dollar is 34.55 to the baht. It was 34.48. So it's a little bit stronger, and this seems to be right around where it's settling. Good morning, Dale. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. As you slowly come in today, everybody's slowly coming in. Maybe they're all busy on New Year's Eve, on Thanksgiving Eve. I don't know. The air quality, 54. It was 56 the other day when I streamed. Now it's 54. So a little bit better. That's moderate. 77 degrees, high of 91, low of 74. And the feel like temperature right now is 81. Humidity is 75%. And all week for the next 4 or 5 days, it's going to be sunny. It has not been raining. I can't remember the last time it rained a couple of days ago, and it wasn't for very long. So weather seems to be stabilizing as well. It seems to be quite nice out, and it's hot, but it's listen, for Thailand, if it's 85 degrees and it's not that humid, it's not that hot, and I like this weather. Anyway, so the first thing we're going to talk about today is the medical costs, because there is an article in the Bangkok Post. Let's see here, published yesterday morning, and it says that medical costs are due to increase by 15% next year. According to global consultancy Willis Towers Watson, never heard of them, the sharp increase in medical expenses stems from profound shifts in health needs and healthcare delivery. That really makes very little sense to me. People always have health needs. Many individuals who postponed routine care during the pandemic now require more complex and costly treatment. The medical community also observed higher infection rates, particularly in pediatric care, with children more susceptible to common illnesses as a consequence of reduced exposure to routine viruses during the lockdown periods. I mean, it's been 2 years since people have been locked down. A year and a half, we'll say. I don't believe this. However, I do believe that the prices are going to go up. And the reason the prices are going to go up is because Thailand got smart, or ruthless, however you want to put it. They know, oh, look, for this procedure, all around the world, this is the price, $10,000. We're only charging $5,000. Why are we doing that? Why are we only charging $5,000? Oh, we can charge $9,000. We're still under the average price, and that's what they're doing. And they've been steadily increasing the prices for quite some time. I met with a guy the other, I don't know, 2 mornings ago or so, 3 mornings ago. I don't know. It was a couple days ago. And he told me he went to a place, and it's a public hospital, but he said the prices were really good. He couldn't believe it. And I was like, okay, so maybe I'll have to check this place out, because you don't get that all the time. If you go to a private hospital, forget about it. Most of the time, you're going to pay, man. You got to pay. That's just all there is to it. Medical care costs. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hey, Cyrus, how you doing? I'm doing just fine. But, prices always go up. And as I was talking about this the other day, prices don't come down. You think about that? Once in a while, they'll have a promotion or a special or something like that. Okay, then it might come down. But for the most part, prices steadily increase. That's how it works. There's nothing you can do about it. You can look around, you can search for the best price. Okay, of course. But that doesn't mean that the lowest price isn't going up as well. It might be going up slowly but surely. Now, what I found is that in Chiang Mai, if you need a major procedure done, their prices are 65% of what the cost is here. When I had my hip replaced, I was thrilled because I got jerked around here, man. I mean, don't get me started on. We're just going to talk about this for a few minutes, but don't get me started on medical care. I mean, I really think that the care here is very good. You know, you don't really have many problems. Sometimes the doctors take their time with you. But when I went to Chiang Mai, this is probably 6 years ago, when I was in Chiang Mai and had my hip surgery, I was shocked because I go in, I'm talking to the doctor, he speaks perfect English. I'm like, okay, that's great. He was what do you call him? He was a Thai Indian orthopedic surgeon. And he said to me, okay, first thing we're going to do, we got to take x-rays. I said, okay. We took like 2, 3 x-rays. He started telling me about everything, showing me, what was going on with my bones. And all I knew was it hurts. When I got ready to leave, he goes, oh, here's your bill. It's like 350 baht. And I went, that's it? That's it. I said, wow. Then when I went in, it was 10 grand for hip surgery. And I was in for like 4 or 5 days in the hospital. That included the surgery. And I don't want to slam Waitini Hospital again, but I'm just telling you the truth. Every time I go there, I have a problem. Every single time. They give me a price. Okay, that'll be 4,000 baht. Then when I'm getting ready to leave, okay, it's 8,000 baht, sir. No, you told me 4,000. Oh yeah, but that was no buts. You told me it was 4,000 baht. Now if it's 4,400, if it's 3,800, I understand. And you know, I just thought to myself, I'm going to check 4 or 5 hospitals in Bangkok. Now I checked Bumrungrad, and it was like 550,000. I checked Ramkhamhaeng, it was like 450,000. I checked Waitini. Now, what I did with Waitini, because I had a VIP card, which now they don't let foreigners have a VIP card. They told me at one point, oh no, you can't have a VIP card. I said, what do you mean? My whole family comes here. I should be able to have a VIP card. Okay, but don't say anything to anybody. I'm like, who am I going to say anything to? I don't really care. And I don't care what you tell me anyway. Yeah, okay. So they gave me the VIP card. I had a VIP card. That was the last year that I had it. I called up. Yes, I have a VIP card. I'd like to know how much for hip replacement. It was like 500,000. I said, okay, all right, 500,000. And of course, I know how they are. Told my wife, call them up. It was like 400,000. I go, wait a minute. I got a VIP card. I'm the head of the family. and you're going to charge me more than you're going to charge her. Is that because I'm a foreigner? Oh, no, no, all the price is the same. And I said, well, then why is it 400,000 for her and 500,000 for me? I don't know. Maybe it's different. I said, it's not different. I said hip replacement surgery. It was like anterior. I had the exact same terminology. We used the same terminology. So that wasn't the first time. I know that prices have been rising. I just know this from experience because, except for the last year or two, I haven't been in the hospital. I haven't been ill. I haven't been sick at all. And the reason that, I had the hip surgery, that's something, okay, that happens, right? But even then, I knew the prices were going up. So now they're supposed to go up another 15%. Hello, Mr. Gallo. Happy Thanksgiving. So, this is the thing. Prices are going to go up, and there ain't a damn thing you can do about it other than either have plenty of money or have good insurance so that you're not the one who's going to be paying. Because, boy, they just love to get that insurance. Yeah, you got insurance? Oh, okay. Medical costs in Thailand are projected to increase by 14.25% in 2025, down from a 15.2 hike this year, but far outstripping the general rate of inflation of 1.2%. The continual development advancements in medical technology and delivery infrastructure have also contributed to an increase in healthcare costs. I understand when it comes to healthcare, cost should be really irrelevant, but of course it is because we're not all covered. So, that's the thing. If you can pay, you're okay. If you can't pay, you're going to be going to a public hospital or you're just not going to get the procedure done. So, anyway, I don't know how I feel about this, but what I will say is this. Most insurance that I can think of, almost all insurance, it's a racket. And they're in the business of making money. They can tell you, oh, we've got your family covered. Oh, don't worry. You don't have to worry about anything when you've got, premium one insurance. But the bottom line is they care about themselves. They don't care about you. Very seldom do they really care about you. I used to have a great insurance in with the a company based in the UK. It's called William Russell Insurance. Now the thing is I wouldn't go into the hospital. I had them for 6, 7 years. There were years I didn't go into the hospital, and the price still went up. The premium still went up. Jono, how you doing, buddy? That was the best insurance I had. The hospital would say, "Oh, Mr. Mallon, can you pay first, and they'll reimburse you?" And I'm like, no, my insurance will cover it. I'm not paying a dime. And the insurance used to say, "No, we've already said we'll cover it. There's no problem." So I never would pay, and I love that. I'm just like, no, I ain't paying. Sorry. But what happened was my insurance was like $200. Then the next year it was $220. Then the next year it was $242, and then it went up another 10%. Then another 10%. After 7 years, 8 years, I was like, I can't afford this insurance anymore. Well, actually, it's not just one claim. It's if you got to go with my insurance that I had. I was in the hospital. They paid damn near everything the first time. The second time, they paid damn near everything. On the third time, they said, "Oh, you've reached your ceiling for this procedure." I said, "It's not the same procedure." "Oh, yes, but it's the same area on your body." I'm like, and you can't win with them. You won't win. They always want to screw you. And that's kind of what I think about insurance companies. They're out to screw you. So I always think of it as I'm going to give my money away. I'm going to give my money away, and hopefully I'll get something back for it. But you know what? I don't want to be sick. So hopefully it won't be a problem. Gallo, I'm going to assume you don't have insurance. Um, because from what I know, Australians don't generally have a lot of them don't have insurance. They just pay their own way. How you doing, Jono? How's things? How's your best buddy over there? Is he awake today? God, man, I got to take a piss already, and we're only 20 minutes in. I don't know if I can wait for another hour and a half. Jesus Christ. I have health and travel insurance that's covered by our credit card. We're going at 4 p.m. to Bourbon Street. Oh, for Thanksgiving. I could go, but you know what? I'm home alone with my kids, and I got to make sure Nicholas is going to be out until 7 o'clock or something like that at school. And Alex, I don't know what he's doing, but I wouldn't mind going, but I don't really want to, you know, Mr. 8/16, yes, Mr. 8/16's Korean. All right, so listen, let's get past this insurance stuff. Now, a little feel-good story today. A 12-year-old hero, now this is actually from a couple days ago, rescues a teenage girl from the Chao Phraya River. Apparently, at about 7 o'clock, 7 p.m., he saw a girl up on the bridge. He was out fishing, and he's got his lines tangled up, and he's wondering what, he goes down to fix his lines, and he's thinking to himself, well, how am I going to fix this? Next thing he knows, he hears somebody going, help, help, I don't want to die. Originally, she wanted to die. That's why she wanted to jump. I guess she fell in, and this 12-year-old kid, she was 17 years old, he saved her. And apparently, you know, the girl went home with her parents, and her friends were expressing their gratitude and everything. But the kid, smart kid, he's only 12, please don't do this again. If I hadn't have been there, there might not have been anyone to help you, and you might have died. So, thank the 12-year-old kid for saving this girl. All right, let me see here. What am I talking about right now? Where am I? Oh, the 25 best cities to live in the world. You guys will like this. And the world's 10 lowest ranked cities to live. Now, this is only 53 countries. Why did they do a poll that only has 53 countries when there's like 200 countries on the planet? Or 198 or whatever, depending on what you consider a country. So I don't really give this poll a lot of credit. And I can tell you that when I see the first three countries on this list of 25, I just see some of the countries on here and I just go, no, I don't think so. But first, the world's 10 lowest ranked cities to live. But before this first, if you enjoy this stream and want to support the channel, there are many, many, many ways you can contribute, and you're watching. That's a wonderful way to contribute. If you're not too shy and you want to have a chat, we can chat. You can use the super chats, the super thanks, the Cash App, the Buy Me a Coffee. Nobody uses the Buy Me a Coffee that much. Patreon. Plus, you can become a member of the channel for as little as $1.99 a month. There's merch on my website at anamericaninbangkok.com. There's also my books. If you need help with anything, feel free to shoot me an email and we can set up a consultation. If you need a consultation, if you're a newbie, and I got a great stream coming up on Saturday. So, just so you know. And what is that stream called? Why saying you'll move abroad is easier than doing it. That's what we're going to talk about. Because, every time Trump seems to run for president, people say if he gets elected, I'm going to leave the country. And it's really funny, but most of them don't ever leave. And not even anything to do with politics. Why is it that most people that say, I'm going to move or I'd like to move abroad, why is it only a small percentage actually pull the trigger and say, okay, I got to take a piss, man. It's a long walk over to the bathroom. God, I don't know if I can make it. If there was somebody here, if I could use the AI and have somebody talk to you guys, I would. Jesus Christ. All right, hang on a second. I got to take a piss. I can't wait. I'm going to piss myself. All right, hang on. Well, hang on. Let's see here. 1 second. Is this still on? Let's see. It's still on. Whew. Good time to hit the like button. Thank you, Jono. Whew, man. Feel better now. God damn. You know, usually I take a leak right before I leave, and I don't think I did. Usually after the stream, just so you know, once I'm done with the stream, I sit here for another 15 minutes or so, listening to music, putting everything away, relaxing. Carlos, happy Turkey Day. Yes. Happy Thanksgiving. And then I go take a piss. And then I go into the grocery and I buy stuff and go wherever I got to go. Anyway, I'm back. And I feel good. Oh my God. Well, I'm hoping that I won't need any pads to stave off my taking a leak. I'm hoping that's not going to happen in my old age. All right, first of all, now let's get through this. The world's 10 lowest ranked cities to live, and this is out of 53 countries, that's like 25% of, it's not many. All right, I'm just going to go through these real fast. Number 10, Rome, Italy. Number 9, Frankfurt, Germany. Number 8, Berlin, Germany. Number 7, Milan, Italy. Number 6, Cologne, Germany. Number 5, Istanbul, Turkey, which is funny because I hear Istanbul is in like the top 20, 25 of places where you should live. You can't really, I always look at my poll. Number 4, Munich, Germany. Number 3, Toronto, Canada. Number 2, Hamburg, Germany. And the worst city to live in, supposedly, is Vancouver, Canada. Which I've been to Vancouver. That is not the worst city in the world. Or out of 25%, I don't even think it's there. I thought Vancouver was a lovely city. Whatever. All right, let's get to the 25 best cities to live in. And then we're going to get into a little bit of history about Thanksgiving and what it means in certain areas of the world. And by the way, today and the last couple of days, a dirty. Well, living and visiting are different. However, somehow I don't buy this. And where was this list from? Let me see here. Was this Forbes? Yeah, Forbes. Let me see here. I want to make sure that I know where it's coming from. I want to attribute this crappy list. Oh, it's another Internations. No, I don't like it. But all right, let me get into this. The 25 here. Number 25. Well, I mean, I guess any city that has people shitting outside on the regular, to me, seems like it's not a very good place to live. But I guess that doesn't count on this list. I guess you can shit wherever you want. It doesn't say, this is... All right, let me just go on. I'm going to do this really quick. 25, Nairobi, Kenya. 24, Taipei, Taiwan. 23, Stockholm, Sweden. 22, Zurich, Switzerland. 21, Barcelona, Spain. Number 20, Ras Al Khaimah in the United Arab Emirates. Number 19, Copenhagen, Denmark. Number 18, Amsterdam, Netherlands. What I would say about Amsterdam, I love the Netherlands. My nose itches. If it's, damn, if you're talking about the Netherlands, that's a different story. I think definitely there are places in the Netherlands where you would love to live. And if you've got a little bit of money and you want to go through the rigmarole, the red tape, okay, it's no problem. But Amsterdam, I think, is a little more difficult, and it's a lot more expensive now than I remember. But number 18, Amsterdam. And what really surprises me is number 17, which is head and shoulders above Amsterdam simply because of the cost. And there's a lot to me. There's plenty to do there, just like in the Netherlands. So I don't know how they have this, but Ho Chi Minh. And to be honest, Ho Chi Minh is a lot busier. There's a lot more traffic, a lot more chaos in Ho Chi Minh. And that kind of bugs me. That's why I wouldn't put Ho Chi Minh in the top 25. Amsterdam, I probably would, even though it's on the whole, it's probably not as good as Ho Chi Minh as far as the cost goes and what you can get for your money and that kind of thing. But if we're not talking about cost, for sure, Amsterdam would be in there and Ho Chi Minh would not be. Number 16, Luxembourg. I don't know much about Luxembourg, but I'm going to say that I expect good things from Luxembourg, so I think it belongs there. Number 15, Athens. I don't know about you guys, but Athens is like Bangkok. Is Bangkok the best city in Thailand? I don't really think so. And I don't think Athens is the best city. Think about all those beautiful islands and the ocean and the beaches. All right, number 14, Muscat, Oman. Number 13, Basel, Switzerland. Number 12, Kuala Lumpur. Okay. Number 11, Lisbon. Number 10, Vienna, Austria. Number 9, Dubai. I know that if I went to Dubai and I got out of the airport, which I have not done, I would probably go, wow, this is a really impressive place. Wow, they got their act together. Oh, that's how I kind of feel about it. However, I wouldn't want to live there. I just don't want to live there. Number 8, Abu Dhabi. Oh, another place. Yeah, great. Nice place to visit. Okay, wow, you can get good things here. Oh, yeah, okay, you can get everything. But I don't want to live there. Number 7, Madrid, Spain. I don't want to live there. Number 6, Bangkok, Thailand. Yeah, okay, I guess. What about Pattaya? What about Phuket? What about Hua Hin? What about all these other cities? Number 5, Mexico City, Mexico. Number 4, Panama City, Panama. Okay, Panama belongs there. Mexico, the country, belongs as one of the best places in the world, but I don't know that Mexico City is one of the best places in the world just because of the pollution and the traffic and everything else. All right, now these next 3, with the exception of Valencia, they bug me. Alicante, Spain. Malaga, Spain. All right, maybe Malaga belongs in there. Valencia, Spain, number 1. They've got five cities from Spain in this top 25. You think it's geared towards Spanish people? Panama, Mexico. Oh, wait a minute. They got 6 places. All right. So let me just say this. This entire poll is shit. I don't buy it, all right? It just doesn't work for me. Let me see if they tell what are their parameters. Quality of life, ease of settling in, working abroad, personal finance, expat essentials. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get their methodology. cost of living, air quality, language, cleanliness, law and order, tax rates, weather and climate, infrastructure, walk friendliness, party and dating scene. Now this is, let me see here. Let me see what this is here. This is, I think this is life, math, money. And to be honest, their criteria is quite a bit better than the criteria of internations. I've been on internations. I was part of internations. They asked me to be a moderator, and I was like, "Well, how much do you get paid?" Nothing. And I go, "How much time do I need to spend?" "Oh, you need to be on here every day." And I went, "I don't want to do it." And I just stopped. I left the website. This is like 20 years. I don't know how many years. 20 something years ago. God damn it. Okay. No, it wasn't 20 something years ago because they were founded about 18 years ago. So it was right when they first started. Anyway, all right. Not one Australian city made their list. That's a bloody outrage. I, I'll be honest, Dowlow. I have not been to Australia. And what I would say is if I'm going to live in Australia, I just need to know I have enough money and I'm not going to have to go, "Oh my God, I don't know if I got, I've got money for food this week, but I can't go out anywhere." I can't be like that. I have to be like, "Okay, I got plenty of money. Maybe I have to watch it a little bit, but that's it." But isn't that life anywhere? See, one thing that you hear from people about Thailand is how much can you get by on? Who wants to get by? I mean, 20 years ago, people used to say, "Yeah, $1,000 a month, you can live pretty good here." You can't live pretty good here now on $1,000 a month. Can you get by? Yes. Especially if you buy a place, if you've got the money, let's say you have $500,000, you spend $100,000 on a home or a condo or whatever it is. And then, you've got insurance, you've got everything. Okay, can you get by on $1,000 a month? Yes. You don't need to be going out partying and spending, 10, 20,000 every time you go out, which is what I used to do in the beginning. And then I realized this is not how normal people live. They're not going to party for every day out of the month. That's not what they're going to do. So, you have to kind of figure out what it is exactly that you want if you're going to live here, and then figure out if you got enough money. You know, all right, we got through that. We don't need to do any more polls like this from Internations. Jesus Christ, I could make a better poll than Internations. You know, Australia's extremely expensive, but so many of those, yeah, like Austria. People say Bangkok is expensive. Now, first of all, it really depends on how you want to live. There are people in Bangkok here. I mean, I look at them every day when I come into the mall. There are people here. They're making. I mean, you got barista here. They can't be making more than about 20,000 a month if they're working full time, right? So how do they get by? Well, they got a boyfriend, and they share the expenses. So maybe they're making 45,000, 50,000 a month. But these are people who, imagine in the United States. if you're working as a barista somewhere, you're not making a whole lot of money. You'll be making more than what you're making here, but you're not making all that much money. If you're working, let's see here, and you're selling, you work in a place where they sell razors upstairs. It's the department for men. They sell razors and nose clippers and all that kind of stuff, nose hair clippers. Those people are not making a huge amount of money. They're not making 100,000, 200,000 a month. So how are they getting by? Of course they can get by. Now, many of them, some of them are living in places they're paying 5,000 a month. I knew chicks in the past. I knew chicks they were living in a place that's $2,500, 2,500 baht per month. And I'm like, that's how you pay? Oh yeah. And if I said I pay 7,000 baht for rent, which is dirt cheap, they would go, oh, pang, oh, it's expensive. When, reality is, if you compare it with other places in the world, it's not all that much. But the cost of food is going up. Maybe some of you don't remember this, but when I first came here, it was like 15 baht for fried rice, chicken fried rice. Now, that's been 30 years. Now it's like 50 or 60 baht. So that's just, we were checking, what was I checking on? It was, an SSD for this laptop. Now, if you want a 4 terabyte SSD, which I don't need that, but let's say that you want that, it's like 15,900 baht. That's like $480 or something like that. You can get it for cheaper than that in the United States. So it's more expensive. Certain things are more expensive here than they are in the United States, or maybe, I don't know about Australia, or maybe the UK or wherever. Certain things are more expensive. You're going to pay more money. But some things are cheaper. Listen, if I want to go out and eat, hey, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm in and out quickly because the audio is very bad. What? The audio is very bad? Is the audio very bad? If it is, please let me know. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't know the audio was that bad. It's fine? Okay, that's what I thought. Maybe it's just bad for you. I don't know why. I've got a bunch of different microphones. So, wow, that's a lot, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. I got another one right here. I got another one in the bag. I've got a. Let me see if I got it here. All right, you know what? I'm going to try something. One second. I used. All right. Now this is wired. This is not wired. Yeah, I suspect it's your computer or whatever. I don't know why there's a problem. This is not great. Wow. I was gonna just go ahead and spring for the oh, okay. All right, hang on. I was gonna spring for the Rode mic, where you get two of them, but I don't like the fact that they're square. So I'm thinking about the DJI. Now, hang on a second. Alrighty. Okay. Well, now we don't have the wired mic. Here we go. I do have a Rode microphone, but for some reason it doesn't work all that well. And I was thinking about buying the Rode microphone. There's two of them, um, and supposedly it's very, very high quality. And then I was just thinking, listen, I got to get like what people who have podcasts, what they normally use. The thing is I need to be able to have one wired or mic'd up. It can be like this one where you don't need to. You just need to have two people wired up. I can do that. If I get myself a Rode Lav mic, they're very, very good. They're about $100, and they're very good. And I used to have one. I don't know what happened to it. So I've gone through all kinds of microphones. No, I'd like to. I'd like to know because and these things are cheap, and you'll see they've got all different kinds. My buddy gave me something that's got a brand on it. It's got a name. It's just exactly the same mic, and it's got a brand on it. Then I've got these that are plain. There's what is that like? Let me see something here. They've got some other. The thing is yeah, I don't know, man. I need a lot. I've been looking at my computer. I've been thinking about getting a new computer. I've been thinking about putting a SSD in this one, changing it out, seeing if it will really help. But let me see something here. Hollyland. Yeah, that's what it is. The Hollyland Lark M2 Duo. It's 4,590 baht for two microphones. But they've also got another one. And then they've got Rode. It's 2,500. It's like $60. It ain't that bad. 60, $70. But I've got like three or four different microphones. They're all just different. And the thing with the Rode is that they're square. I don't like having that. This thing it's okay. I like a regular lab mic where I'm wearing a button-up shirt and put it in, and you barely see the microphone. So, maybe I need to go ahead and spring for a couple different microphones. I need a lot. I need a new computer. I need I don't know. My phone's working very good with the camera, but I do need I've got my other camera, but that's a full, yeah, that's a regular, what do you call it? God, I can't even think right now. It's a DSLR, and that's quite big. I don't need big. Think about it like this. I want the highest quality, but I want the highest quality, but the smallest. Oh, not to be rude, but the sound is like 60s porn. LLL, you control as long as you don't. Okay. Yeah, man. It's no problem. I don't mind. I mean, what do you other guys, what do you guys think? He's saying it sounds like 60s porn. What do you guys think? Because I can't tell the difference. I'll tell you what, I've done tests on every single mic I have. The Rode, the generic lav mic, the Rode lav mic, which I don't even know where it is now, and then all these wireless. I've done tests with them. I mean, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4 at the same place. And I can't tell the difference with most of them. I can't even tell the difference when I don't have a mic on my phone. The sound is harsh. Okay. Okay. Well, what I really would like is that somebody tests all these things out for me. And I don't mean like a little test where you go, oh, how does that sound? I'm talking about they really tested. They've got the sound system where they can check everything out for the pops and this and that. What I do know is that when I just use the phone mic, the onboard mic, that there's a lot more pops and yeah, there's a lot more pops and just background noise and things like that. So whatever, I'll figure it out. But Jim, how you doing? Thanksgiving, yes, happy Thanksgiving to you. We're trying to figure out my microphone issues here. But let's talk about Thanksgiving. Oh, okay. Well, it's good you are now. Thank you. I don't mind people criticizing. I mean, to me, I'll be honest. I've done with streams and videos, I've probably done 1,300 videos and streams, 1,400. And out of all those, when it comes to videos, I don't know about streams because with the streams, it's a little bit different because it's live. Um, and quite frankly, I don't want to walk around all over town anymore. If I'm going to do that, I'd rather just well, hang on a second. All right, how about now? Does it sound like mono? Jesus Christ. I got two microphones now. I was up to the bathroom, so that's why I look. Oh, okay. No difference. Well, there's a lag, so maybe that, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see in a couple of minutes. Whatever. I do what I can with what I have. And right now, what I have is I use my phone. I could use my camera, but it's a bit more of a pain in the ass. And I don't have anybody help me set up, and I just don't really have, to be honest. Again, I can use OBS. I can use some of these online streaming services. But it's got to be set up the right way, man. And I think my computer is too slow. So that's why I do what I do. But anyway, all right, let's listen. Let's talk about what we're grateful for. I'm grateful that I have a microphone. Thanksgiving is a holiday primarily celebrated in the United States and Canada, rooted in gratitude and community. In the U.S., it originated as a harvest festival tracing back to 1621 when the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag people shared a feast to celebrate the Pilgrims' first successful harvest in Plymouth, Massachusetts. This moment symbolized cooperation and mutual support during a challenging time. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've fooled around with the times and everything. I really need to do like a stream once every 2 weeks or once a week or something like that, um, where I do it at night so that other people have a chance to watch if they want, I guess. I don't know. I got to think. Man, I'm always thinking about this kind of stuff. I'm thinking about where I should go, what I should do. And at the end of the day, it's like it takes me so much time to figure this stuff out. By the time I figure it out, man, it's like, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with the way things are now. Over the years, Thanksgiving has evolved into a national holiday, officially declared in 1863 by President Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War. And it focused on giving thanks for blessings, family, and community. Traditional celebrations include gathering with loved ones, sharing a meal, commonly featuring turkey stuffing and other seasonal dishes, and reflecting on the things for which people are grateful. However, it's also important to acknowledge that for many indigenous people, Thanksgiving carries complex and painful connotations. The narrative of harmony often obscures the long history of colonization, displacement, and violence faced by Native American communities after the arrival of European settlers. Listen, that's not what I think of. And I'm sorry for them if they don't, if they feel otherwise. To me, I feel like it's when the pilgrims came over and they helped the pilgrims and they all got together and gathered together and had a feast and they were all grateful. That's what I think about. I don't think about, we're doing this to them and we're doing that to them. I don't think about all this, but this is AI's you know woke shit. And I don't mean to sound like it's woke in the way in the meaning that this is bad, that they feel this way about what European settlers have done. I'm just saying they got to put this in there just to cover their asses. Like that's what the AI does. They put in things where but you can't say this or you can't say that. And it's Jesus Christ. Just give me the straight. Give me the straight and narrow. Today, Thanksgiving is a time for reflection, gratitude, and connection while also offering an opportunity to critically consider its history and meaning. No, that's not what it's about. It's not about critically considering the history and the meaning. No, that's not. I'm not going to say that because you know what? I don't bear any responsibility for 480 years ago or 464 years ago. I don't bear any responsibility for that. Yeah, I mean, okay, listen, I don't even want to get into that because to me it's Thanksgiving. I don't care what anybody says. Just like Christmas is Christmas, whatever. Do you eat pecan pie? I don't really like pecan pie, to be honest. I like pumpkin pie. Okay. Thanksgiving, as it is celebrated in the United States and Canada, is not widely observed in other countries, including Thailand and most of Asia. However, some regions and communities have similar festivals or observances that focus on gratitude in the harvest season. All right. So in Canada, the Thanksgiving is celebrated on the second Monday of October. It is similar to the U.S. version, but predates it. It commemorates the harvest and other blessings of the year. Second, Liberia. This Western country, founded by freed American slaves, celebrates Thanksgiving on the first Thursday of November, inspired by the American tradition. The Netherlands, in the city of Leiden, where the pilgrims lived before traveling to the New World. Some people observe a Thanksgiving Day service in recognition of the pilgrims' history. Okay. In Thailand and Asia, Thailand, in Thailand, Thanksgiving is not celebrated as a national holiday. However, some expatriates and international communities, especially Americans, host private Thanksgiving dinners in major cities like Bangkok, Chiang Mai, and Pattaya. These are often organized in homes, restaurants, or embassies. Jono, if you're still here, Jono and Mr. What did he call him? Mr. H16's Korean are going out tonight for a Thanksgiving dinner. Gotta have a great Thanksgiving Day, all my American friends. God bless America. Oh, you know what? I hate to tell you, I said that thanks to who was it the other day that said something to me? I can't even remember. He said, "Why don't you set it to where only subscribers can communicate in the chat?" And I said, "Oh, okay. I forgot that you can do that. You can set it to have members only, so all the members of my channel could, I could have a special, you know, special stream where they're the ones who can chat, and that's it. Nobody else can come in and chat. But I said this just to have people that are subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, well, then you either have to subscribe or you don't have to subscribe and you don't have to communicate in the chat. That's fine. All right, you take it easy, Dowlow. God bless Australia. I know some on tech. The YouTuber that has the best YouTube cameras and audio is the channel Overstay Road. I've heard of that. I have heard of that. Oh, it's a Filipino channel. Okay. Okay. I'll check it out. I will check it out. I always check these things out. Let me see here. DJI mic, two of them. DJ2 transmit. It's only about $100. Let me see here. It's a little more than $100. Oh, this is on eBay. No, eBay. Shopee. DJI mic. Okay, 7,500 baht. So that's 210 bucks or something like that. Holy shit! What is this? Wait a minute. Two. Nah, fuck. It's 12. Now what is this? This must be another kind of DJI mic. This one's 12,500, and I don't think that's right though. No, it is. It is right. Wow. 12,500 baht. So that's about what? 350 bucks or something like that. I don't know. I thought they had a little one. I thought they had a little one that was a little bit cheaper. Yeah, let me see something here. Oh, here's zoom camera. 12,500 baht. Jesus Christ. They're all like from about 10,000 to. I mean, I'm talking about the higher quality stuff is usually 10 to 20,000. Oh, here we go. Digital 2. Let's see what they say. Okay, so if you have one mic, it's 7,500. If you have two mics, it's 12,500. Bastards. Whatever. I mean, I can get that. All right. Let me get back to this. I got to finish up with the Thanksgiving stuff. Yeah, like I said, Jono and 2/4 Korean going to Thanksgiving dinner tonight at Bourbon Street. We went there, I don't know how many years ago, 2 years ago. I'm not going to celebrate Thanksgiving this year. I just don't. Most Asian countries do not celebrate Thanksgiving in the Western sense, but there are comparative festivals. For instance, in China, there is the Moon Festival, which is a time to give thanks for the harvest and family unity. There is Labor Thanksgiving Day, November 23rd, in Japan, which celebrates workers' rights and gratitude for productivity with roots in an ancient harvest festival called Ninamesai. In Korea, 2/4 Korean, Chuseok is a harvest festival akin to Thanksgiving, where families come together, pay respects to ancestors, and enjoy traditional foods. Now, why is it not celebrated in Asia? Because it's tied to the history of European settlers in the Americas, which doesn't really resonate with Asian nations. However, the universal theme of gratitude and giving thanks is something that many cultures celebrate in their own unique ways. Now, what are you grateful for? Because I'll just give you a quick rundown of what I'm grateful for. Okay. I'm grateful that I'm still above ground and I'm fairly healthy and I'm older. I'm grateful that I decided to come to Thailand. I set my mind on it and I did it. And I've created a life for myself here. It shows adaptability, resilience, and a willingness to embrace a different culture. I'm grateful for my YouTube channel and the freedom it gives me to express myself, and all the people that help support me, that I interact with. I'm grateful for that. I'm always grateful for my family and my friends, but especially my family, my immediate family. That's my wife and my kids. And back home, I mean, that's first and foremost. Before anything else is family and friends. And then, I'm grateful. Listen, sometimes I say, oh, I don't really feel like streaming today. Why am I streaming? Oh, God, I didn't think I was going to want to do it today. And what happens is I start doing it and then I really like it. So it's little things like having a good meal, having a coffee, going for a nice walk, 9:44, or just peace and quiet, which I really like that. I like peace and quiet. Yesterday I watched a couple of old movies. I watched a couple of Humphrey Bogart movies. It was like 7, 8 o'clock. I stayed up to 11 or so, and I watched The Treasure of Sierra Madre, which I've watched already before, and then I watched, what was that other one? I don't know, but it was good. Good movies. And then, something else I'm grateful for is that I'm able to live pretty much how I want, which if I feel like changing my channel, if I want this to be a cooking channel, I can make it a cooking channel. I have that option. If I wanted to swear off a coffee and just do it, oh, I'm going to do a health and fitness channel, I could do that if I want. I'm grateful for that. So there's a lot of things that I'm grateful for. And I'm wondering, what is it you all are grateful for? Modern video audio gear. A guy can learn 100 hours of research from understanding what gear he has. His audio is the best. He is very technically skilled. Okay, I will take a look for sure. And thank you, EDIC, EDIC. Thank you for all your thumbs up. I appreciate it. Now, one thing I would appreciate is if you guys click the thumbs up button. I'd appreciate that. I'm looking at his channel right now. Very interesting. Hmm. Thanksgiving is a time to pause and appreciate the big and small things in your life that make your life more meaningful. So again, I will ask you once again, is there anything you guys are grateful for that you can give thanks to or for? Anything like, hey, my wife, she turned my life around, or the fact that I've got $500,000 sitting in the bank and I don't have to work anymore. I'm thankful for being here in Thailand. Okay. Okay, Jim, what would you like me to do about it? I don't know what I can do. Tell you what, I'll go out right this second. I'll go out and buy another microphone. My God. No mic is perfect. That's the thing. And this is something when you're streaming and you got some muffled music that's playing in the background, and you got a bunch of people talking, and you're trying to talk into the microphone and get a point across to the people watching. It's just not perfect, and it never will be. Now, if you're shooting video, that's a little bit different because you can edit and you can you can muffle some of the sounds in the background. I can't do that when I'm live, you know. Very difficult to do that right now. We've got a group of 25 of us doing traditional turkey ham. No, thank you. Just a test. Can you try and have the mic next to your ear? Next to my ear. I can put it over here. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Grateful for being born to a great country. Grateful for having the opportunity for a great education. Grateful to have a wonderful career. He is a PH blog. Yes, he's about $10,000 invested with his computer. Most gear new this last year. Oh wow! So he shows what kind of gear he uses. I mean, does he talk about it at all? I'm always interested in knowing this stuff. 80% better. Wow. Well, that's good. Probably because it's not under my chin where everything's blocked out. The sound is muffled by my chin, by the hair of my chinny chin. Try further up. Thankful for being healthy enough in my retirement years to do what I want when I want. Well, that's a good reason right there. I mean, sometimes my wife will go, don't you have anything else to do? And I go, what do you mean I don't have anything to do? I got all kinds of things to do. You have no idea what I'm doing because you're working. And I don't want to go over every little thing that I'm doing. But trust me, I'm doing things. And then she'll go, well, like what? And then I tell her, and she goes, oh. Thank you. Appreciate it. Maybe from now on, I'll just put it right here because maybe it's better. I don't know. Have to figure that out. Grateful for having had the freedom and opportunity to then move to a wonderful place where the people and culture meet my needs. Wow. Yeah, I'm always grateful for coming to Thailand and for not really having any problems settling in and integrating into the culture. But I'll be honest. Sometimes, I've been here for 30 years now, almost. Well, I'm going on my 31st year. In another 2 years, I'll be here half my life. And it's kind of like if you were born in Thailand, Are you grateful to live in Thailand? Well, of course you are, but you don't always think about it. And that's kind of where I am. I don't always think about, oh, I'm so grateful to be here. But Thanksgiving gives you a day where you can go, okay, so what am I grateful for? And I am grateful for living in Thailand. And I have a life that most people, they could only dream of having the life that I've had. And sometimes I think, am I at the tail end of my life now? And then I go, nah, I got a couple good trips left in me. I got a couple of good things left in me. You know, one a year. If I live another 20 years, that's 20 more, big trips and big adventures or expeditions, whatever you want to call them, whatever they end up being. You know, I've been trying. I got to tell you guys something. Since we're talking about all this stuff, I've been trying to do a couple of things. First, I wanted to go down the Mekong. Then I started seeing, well, the Chinese block the Mekong. It's really hard to get down the Mekong. The people have done it in the past, and it was not easy. I don't know if I could do it, to be honest. But it's very difficult now because they've got parts blocked off of the river. So the portage is, and you have to do some serious portage. But then I thought, okay, how about I do something a little bit smaller? I just go down the Chao Phraya River and I'll just go down the Chao Phraya. Where does the Chao Phraya start? Okay, it starts in Nakhon Sawan at the, what is it, Paknam, what is it? Let me see here. I forget the name of it. Paknam Po, is that what it is? Yeah, Paknam Po. Paknam Po. It's where the convergence of the rivers comes to form the Chao Phraya. I thought, how about I go up there and I get a boat and come down all the way down the Chao Phraya, take my time. I thought, okay, how can I do that? Well, they have a tourist boat in Nakhon Sawan. And I said, okay, well that's good. So when the tourist boat ends, um, where am I going to be and can I get another boat? Now I checked with the tourist authority of Thailand. I've checked with places in Nakhon Sawan. I've checked with several people, and all of them say there's no boats. And I'm like, so if I pay somebody, 10, 20,000 baht, they won't take me down the river? Don't know, but some people, they don't come down the river. They just don't go down the river. They don't have a reason. And there's nobody who has come down the Chao Phraya that I can find where it's, it can be done, but it's, it takes a little bit of work. Now, when you get to the Chao Phraya in Bangkok, it's very easy. They got the orange line, the yellow line, the green line, the this line, the that line. I just wanted to come down the Chao Phraya. It's very, very difficult to find anyway. And I was like, Jesus Christ, the only way for me to figure it out is to go to Paknam Po and actually talk to people on the ground. That's the only way I can do it. And then the thing is, you don't want to move too fast. If you move too fast, you're going to miss everything. Oh, let's just go down the river. And I don't want to do that. So that's something I've been thinking about. And then I just, I was looking yesterday and I said, listen, well, I didn't put where is the best place in Asia to do a river trip. But I did say, would countries in Africa, would they be better? And it gave me like 3 or 4 different places. And I was like, oh, maybe that's what I got to do. I got to go there. I got to brave the crocodiles and hippos. But, this is the kind of stuff I've been thinking about doing this stuff. And I've done these kind of things in the past. Let me see something. Laos, Mekong River exploration. Okay, you can go down. You can go in Laos, Chao Phraya and Ma Ping. Ma Ping is pretty good. That's up in the north. Vietnam, okay, but these are not. These are just portions of the rivers. The Irrawaddy River in Myanmar is the main waterway. Offers a chance to explore historic cities like Mandalay and Bagan. It's less crowded than other rivers in the region, providing a more serene and exclusive experience. If you're seeking authentic adventure and untouched nature, go for Laos and the Mekong River. Well, I've done that. For rich cultural experiences and diverse scenery, choose Vietnam's Mekong Delta. For a mix of history and adventure, consider Myanmar's Irrawaddy River. What you don't see in there is Thailand. So anyway, it gives me things to think about and things that I consider. I already said Pilok is a place I want to go to near Kanchanaburi, and so Overstay Road has state of the art audio and video setup, but he bickers with his wife over the coat of a fish being bought at the wet market. The cost of a fish being bought at the wet market. Okay, I don't know about that. I'm not grateful for anything because I don't give gratitude to others. It has to be earned. But we don't have that culture here in Norway or Thailand. I surveyed the Chao Phraya and the feeder rivers there. I want to do that trip as well. The only time I'm grateful when I go to the dentist and he says, fine as always. Yeah, South America, you can do the Amazon. There's a lot to do there. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something I can do alone or with somebody else, but I don't really necessarily want to do it with my wife because I know how she is. You know, well, that's not what I want, Jim. The Amazon, the Nile, the Congo. These are some rivers that I would be more apt to want to do. I mean, I think of the Chao Phraya and I'm like, all right, if I'm in Bangkok, I can go from Nonthaburi to wherever. Yeah, okay. It's a long trip. I can go on a ferry. I could do whatever. Yeah, but it's very costly to go to the Congo. Very costly. I figured out the cost. I could do a river trip on the Congo for it would probably cost 16,000 $17,000. That's with the boat. That's with everything. Hey, thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you. It's not a bad day, huh? And the other thing is, I'm not looking to get eaten by a crocodile. I'm not looking to do what Hendrik, what's his name, Hendrik Kotze did in Lakuga River with his two buddies, which is where he went. I've talked about this many times. He's out there and the villagers told them, don't go out there. There's a lot of crocodiles out in these rivers. Don't go in the rivers. And they're like, yeah, we know, we're gonna go. And they had been doing some of the rivers in the area, and they go down and like I don't know if it took a couple hours or a day or two. I don't remember. I read his book and his posthumous book, and I watched the special on TV before and everything like that. Um, and he's in a kayak, and this freaking 18-foot crocodile just grabs him. That's it. It's over. If you're in a small vessel and an 18 or 20-foot crocodile wants to get you, that's it. You're done. There's nothing you're going to do about it. You might outrun them, But if you don't see them, how are you going to outrun them? Here in Thailand, they have the Siamese crocs, but they're not as dangerous or as aggressive. Although, you find one that's 10 feet long, they can take your arm off. So anyway, lots to think about. And I always go, listen, you know what? I know that I can go to Pilo for like 4 days, 4 or 5 days. It'll cost me about 10,000 baht. It's not really expensive. The cost per day is not really that much, and it could be interesting. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. Maybe next month. I don't know, but no later than January. I want to do a trip, and then I'm going to figure out a bigger trip because I got to do it. I get antsy, but I have to remember that it's kind of like your eyes are bigger than your stomach. I don't want to think of something that I just go, wait, man, this is way over my head. Like, I thought about maybe I can go through the Darien Gap. And I just thought, do I really want to do that? Not really. That's a trip. That's a trip. And that could be a killer trip. So, anyway, there's plenty of things to do. I already read off the 20 things on my list. And, I've got some other things just to do in Bangkok. And then, of course, I can always sit and have a coffee and talk about something on days when I don't feel like going anywhere. Because I'm getting to that point now where I feel like I got to go somewhere. I gotta make a little journey somewhere. And I'm not talking about to a coffee shop. I need to go to somewhere new, you know. But maybe I'll wait until after Christmas. Load the app on your mic brand, and then you can adjust the decibels up and down. There is no brand on my microphone. There's no brand on this mic. No brand. It's just an unbranded microphone. That's why I'm like, listen, I got to get with the program. I need a couple of microphones like for tables, table mics. I need lav mics that are actually really high quality where yes, you can adjust the decibels, you can adjust everything. But right now, and like I said, I got a Rode mic, but that mic, I think, one of the mics, they're supposed to have the lights on both microphones, the microphone and the transmitter and the receiver. But one of them does not have the light on, but I think it's working. It's hard to tell. So I don't know, there's nothing I can do about it. His new camera is a Sony, about 5,500. It is cinema. I think his mics are about $500. His mics are great quality. He lists all his equipment he uses somewhere. Learn from him. Yeah, okay. I mean, I got a, my camera. I got a Fuji. What is it? Fuji. What the hell is it? XT2, which is a little older now. But it does shoot in 4K, and it's fairly good, but it's not great. Are you streaming from a laptop? No, I'm streaming from a phone. Oh God, Jim, I went there. Halong Bay is a tourist trap. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. If you're gonna go, do something that you're doing um, privately, which is gonna cost you. Don't take a tour like I did. Where you're with 100 other people, and yeah, it's just. I did the Halong Bay thing, and actually, I did it. I shot video. I did all kinds of, and I just didn't do anything with the video. I just went, ugh. And I should put that up. I should do that. Beautiful place, beautiful area. But like we went, I'll give you an example. We we went into the cave, and the cave was full of people. It was a huge cave, but the cave was full of people. We went. Um, they said row in a bamboo boat. The boat was made of steel with a little bit of bamboo in it. And then when you're going out rowing to go wherever you are, you're just in this little cove, and there's so many people that you're running into people, and they're running into you, and it was just like, oh my god, it was too much. My dream is to have the locals to take me up and down the rivers in Thailand and Vietnam, maybe buying that same story and filming with that. I'll tell you, you know what? The best river I've ever been on is the Caladan in Myanmar. That was by far the most beautiful, most interesting village type, uh, village area, and the river area that I've seen out of all the rivers I've been to. It's better than the Mekong. It was fantastic. Thank you. Just a test. Can you try a phone mic instead? It has worked fine before. Hey, give this guy a thumbs up. Yeah, I can do it. All I do is pull that out. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you have to go away from the tourist parts. For sure. Nope. But it's not working? Maybe it's because I connected up with the mic, and then when you pull it out, it doesn't go back. I'm gonna have to plug this back in. Can you guys hear me? Oh, okay. So you can hear me, all right. But background noise is real high. All right, listen, I'm going to plug that in. I hope that's working. Mic is better. All right, well, we'll have to work on that. I'm going to have to work on that. Yeah, listen, I think my trip cost me about $60 or something like that. Plus, if I wanted to buy anything there. And afterwards, one of the Vietnamese guys told me, he said, "Look, you got to go there alone, or you got to go on if you're going to do one that you're paying to go with other people, you want to go on the one that you sleep over, and it's got to be the high end one because you don't want to be in with the masses of people, which is the mistake that I made." But it's like, okay, so the first time I went on a tourist trip, now if I went back, I would do it. I would make sure I could go by myself, or just me and my wife, or me and my wife and my kids. We just go together. Boom, that's it. I definitely would not go on that trip that I did before. That would be stupid because I didn't, But when I got out of there, I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm grateful to be gone. You know. So, well, maybe that's because it's right here. But that's good to know. If it's under my chin, holy shit, man. Buy yourself an okay mic. Thank you very much, man. I will. I will. Thank you. That's awesome. Now I think you brought my month into being, it's like one of the better months in the last year, just because I made $80 today. So thank you. Thank you to Norway, Mr. Norway. Local river tour. A local man would give what? What is it? I can't see it here. would give a guy very high quality for 4 hours for what? A local man would give a guy a very high quality for 4 hours for 20 bucks. I don't think so. I don't think he's going to charge you 20 bucks, man. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Well, that's true. Audio is audio is more important than the video. And what I was going to say earlier is, I'm shooting with this. I don't shoot with my camera because it's a pain in the. It is a pain in the ass to shoot with a large camera like an XT2, and that's not that large. But it's a pain in the ass to shoot with it and to make sure that everything is focused, it's in frame, and I use my phone. Now this is a 13 Pro Max. Now we're up to 16, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I need to buy a what do you call it? A 16. I'm like, I don't think so. Do I need to buy a GoPro? I've had bad experiences with GoPros. So then I'm like, okay, so what do I really want? And I know Sony is the way to go, man. If you have the money, Sony is the way to go. And they have that, what is it? What is it? The RX, what is it? That little camera? It's just a little Sony small camera. I don't remember which one it is. Which one is it? No, not ZF. Now, the one that Harold Balder used to use is the, I think it was they still sounded on eBay. It was like the A300 or something like that. I think it's the RX107. Now they're up to version 7. Jesus Christ. And that's, what is that? 45,000, 46,000 baht. But I think what is it? I think if you move the mic 8 to 10 centimeters further up and turn it 180 degrees, it would be better. The local fishing man has taken 10,000 boat rides on his river. He never got ate. I'm not worried about getting eaten in Vietnam. Is that what you're talking about? Or even in Thailand? I'm not worried about that. Yeah, you know what? This is the thing. It needs to kind of be like this. So let me see something. Well, that's not the way I wanted it, but all right. Well, no, that's not it either. Jesus Christ. Let me see something. Okay, that's about what I want, but I want to move it a little bit up. Yeah, so I don't know how that sounds, but Croc. Yeah, okay, you're talking about Crocs. Yeah, in Thailand, I'm not worried about Crocs. I mean, you have to be careful, but you're probably not going to be eaten. In certain countries in Africa, you do have to be very, very careful. And then, of course, in Oz, you got to be careful. So, behind the ear, right angle. Jesus Christ, I don't know how I can get it up there. Let's see. Behind the ear. Like right here. Right about Jesus. Pain in my ass. Upside down. Listen, I'm just going to put it on wherever it is. There we go. All right. That's going to have to do. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, there we go. Will that work? Unbelievable. It's hard for me. I mean, I can, but I'm not the most limber. I'm not the most limber guy in my upper body. Lower body, I'm pretty limber. This is not. I don't know why it's not working. I got all these issues. I got issues. Let me connect up here with the hotspot. Well, I can still see on the phone, so that's fine. I'm not. For whatever reason that it's not working on the. Let me see here. Let me see. Unbelievable. Yeah, it seems to be working fine here. Okay. Which rivers are you talking about? I've been to a lot of different rivers, but now the mic is accurate where it was. Turn them if that's the furthest you can, 180. I'm going to leave it right here. I will do it later on if this is a pain in the ass for me to turn it that way. I understand what you're saying, and yeah, you're right. I need to get it in the right place. It's fine. Sound is good. Okay. All right. So now this is working. That's good. All right. So you know we've gone over a lot of things. It's great. We're going over Thanksgiving. It is Thanksgiving. Enjoy your Thanksgiving in America tomorrow. It's Thanksgiving Eve right now. Um, so enjoy it. And if you're here in Thailand, enjoy Thanksgiving today. I'm gonna have a steak tonight for dinner, and I don't know what else, but that's what I'm gonna have. Steak. Let's see here. Why why are people so obsessed with rivers? For me, the reason why I like rivers is first of all, you can travel up or down a river, and there is life by the riverside. There are villages on the riverside, and you can see what is village life like. Certain villages are very different from other places. Are potatoes cheap? Oh, temples, forget about it. I'm not into temples. They got to be very unique. Bridges depends on the bridge. You wanna talk about something like the bridge over the River Kwai? Not so much. You want to talk about some bamboo bridge that doesn't have a name on it, and that you have to walk across, and if you fall, you're gonna die. I love those kind of bridges. Are potatoes cheap there or no? Oh my God, you asked the fucking strangest questions, dude. I mean, you can get 3, 4 potatoes for 60, 70 baht here. I mean, that's like $2. So maybe they're 40, 50 cents each. I mean, we have potatoes in the house now. I don't even use them. The kids eat them. Sometimes I make them for the kids. I don't eat potatoes anymore. I don't eat rice. I don't eat all that kind of starch. Hopefully, I'm coming in loud and clear. I've moved the microphone around, but I think I do know where it needs to go. And I'm going to look into some other mics, some decent microphones. I'm going to look into them. I've been looking into them. I'm going to continue to look into them. And I'll check it out and see what the deal is. Sounds like a 1980s condenser mic. I mean, Jesus Christ, I got all these people telling me all these different things. Yeah, well, you can do that. Buttery mashed potatoes with a good steak. Um, yeah, I mean, I can have that, but I don't really want that. I'm going to have a steak, and I'll have some, I don't know, some steak with some gravy and mushrooms on top of it. What else will I do? Have some tomatoes on the side. Um, Maybe I'll have uh, some burgers, a couple of burgers. What else? That's about it. I don't know. I got to think about it, man. Come on, you put me on the spot here. I mean, I have a basic idea of what I can have: steak, salmon, another kind of fish, burgers, sausage, like really high end, nice sausages. Okay, I can have all this stuff. It doesn't happen often because I'm an overweight man. Cut the carbs. Did you have prawns the other day when you were wanting them? I don't know, but I did buy some prawns the other day. I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but it was 300 baht for 2 packages. It was about a kilo, so it was about $10, a little bit less than $10 for a kilo, which was a pretty good deal. And they were big shrimp, very good. So, you know what I had yesterday, which I think I'm going to get today. Yes, I need to get these. Is scallops. There's about 10 scallops, and they were 200 baht. Salmon's healthy. Not no farm salmon. It's got to be fresh salmon. In the U.S., we have a 20-foot fishing boat and always go up and down the rivers. It's wonderful. Be extremely honored if the local fisherman would take me with him to his home. Or yeah, that's kind of nice. That's nice when they do that. When they decide, oh, you can come with me. You come to my house. Like their wife cooks up everything. You're sitting there and they serve it. I've had that before. I have done that a couple of times. In Thailand once, in Cambodia once, in Myanmar I've done it with Nanda. Although we drank tequila, we drank like a bottle of tequila that night. That was pretty wild. I mean, it wasn't that wild. We didn't go and do anything crazy, but it was just like we were getting fucked up. We were trashed. Uh, I miss Nanda. Audio is 100% off here. I don't understand what that means. You mean it's crappy? It's no good? Jesus, you guys are all telling me different things. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to think. I don't know what am I supposed to do about it? See? I get some people telling me, oh, it sounds great. Then I get somebody else going, oh, no, it sounds like shit. Okay, here, It rarely happens, but they add dye so it turns red, just like if you eat a lot of blueberries, you shit purple. No, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen here. I mean, they're pretty good about it. If it's organic, it's organic. Now, they may be spraying pesticides or something like that. I don't know. But the salmon, the salmon is not farm salmon. You can get that if you want, but yeah, I I I like having salmon, like once or twice a week. And I had salmon the other day. I got a piece of salmon in the freezer. My kids have eaten all their salmon, so we're gonna have to get some salmon, and I'll probably get it in the next couple of days. I mean, every time I go and get salmon, it's about $30. That's enough for a couple of meals. That's 4 or 5 meals. So I'm trying to think. I know there's something I got to get today, but I can't remember what it is. I always forget. And then what I'll do is I'll sit here for a couple minutes. Oh yeah, I remember. Then I write it down, and then I remember it, and I'm okay. Anyway, very quiet day today here in the mall. Um, like I said, um, the next stream, which is on Saturday, the next stream is about why people say that they're going to move abroad, and then some of them never do, or some of them come over. And after a couple of months or maybe a year, they go, oh, I'm not having a good time. I got to go back, and they leave. Why is that? We're going to talk about that. And supposedly, people are checking left and right on the computer now. The searches are up for places to live abroad, and that's all good and well. But you can search all you want. It's a matter of if you're going to pull the trigger and actually make the move. And I'll be honest, I don't know what it was that one thing that really made me make the move. But what I did know is I wasn't scared. And a lot of people are just fearful. They don't want to leave because they're fearful of the unknown. They're fearful of what's going to happen if they move and what's going to happen to their life back home. And they're fearful of all these things. So we're going to talk about that on Saturday. Why saying you'll move abroad is easier than doing it. So I would appreciate it if you guys would join me. That would be good. Watch a video of a guy in Hua Hin at his stand selling prawns that were huge, size of his arm from his oven. I'm like, what are they doing feeding nuclear waste? Those are probably just like, giant shrimp. That's all. I'm coming from a country that is the main exporter of salmon to Asia. Don't tell me they're wild caught. No, I know there's some coming from Norway, but they have some that are definitely wild here. They'll tell you wild, farmed. They'll tell you exactly what it is. At least where I go, they do. And to be honest, listen, I don't eat all that much of it. I try to eat it maybe once or twice a month, maybe twice a month, because after a while it starts getting expensive. If I want to oh, okay, it's just going to be me. Well, that's a different story. But I like to include my kids, and if my wife is at home, okay, she'd like a piece. So then there you go. It's 30, $40 right there. I'm coming from any big river in any of the countries in Asia. Thailand would be awesome. Yeah, I've been to a lot of different rivers, man. I've been to Alaska, and I've got salmon from there also. I ate so much salmon in Alaska that I got sick of it, and people were like, "No more salmon." I had salmon. I had crab. I had all kinds of things in Alaska. Actually, I was in Kitimat in Canada, and we had this. It had to be about 3 feet in diameter, and it had ice, and it had king crab on top of it. Everybody just reached in, just grabbed it, cracked it, sucking on it. It was awesome. From where in Alaska is it fresh? We got it right from the boat, man. I mean, we're on the boat. I was on the boat, and it was like a catch would come in, and then they would cook it all up. They would cook some of it. I mean, not all of it for sure, but I mean, they cook a small percentage of it. They would um, cook it right there, man. They are full of wildlife. They have overhanging trees. Yeah, I'm not that into rivers, to be honest, but I mean, I enjoy it. What I really like is oceans. You catch yourself a 500-pound fish or something like that, and that's the way you got to do it. Which, when I was young, I used to do that. I used to go out to the ocean, go deep sea fishing, go trolling for fish. But it's different now. You know. Will salmon be regulated? Well, in Alaska, they have a quota system. You know, you're only allowed to catch so much crab. You're only allowed to catch so much salmon. You're only allowed to catch so much of whatever. I don't know, man. What does it matter? I fish lakes, rivers, oceans. It doesn't matter to me. Wherever. But I don't. I live in Bangkok, unfortunately, and there's only so much you can do. Well, that's all right. Whatever. I like my oceans. What's funny is I like the oceans. I like to sit on the beach and look out at the ocean. I don't necessarily want to go out on the ocean because here's the thing. I think about it as if there was a boating accident and the boat went down, how would I survive out in the middle of the ocean? I would float. Or maybe I would have, a life raft. But if I was floating, how long would I last? I don't know. That kind of scares me a little bit, so, you know, whatever. Anyway, I think this stream has run its course. I think it is the end. I think we're done. That is all. So, another day. I was going to say another day, another $5, but thanks to NCS Play, today was a very good day. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And definitely, I will be looking at some other microphones. I'm going to have to do something. And I need to. You showed me the one thing that I didn't even think of. I thought, I'll just put it under my chin. But I think if you put it to where um, the sound can get to the microphone more easily, unobstructed, that it will come through clearer. So I'm going to have to figure some things out with that. I'm going to have to figure out, okay, so where do I want to put it every time? Where's the best place? I want to find this out. Inquiring minds want to know. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining me today. I appreciate it. NIC, thank you for joining me. Robert, Of course, NCS Play. Thank you. NCS Play Inc. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Lotto Retirement Strategist. Okay, yes, thank you. Yeah. Dale, if you're still here. Jono, if you're listening, take it easy. And Jim, I don't know where you are, but thank you very much. We will talk soon, I'm sure. So, yes, thank you. And my name is Scott, in case you don't know. I'm an American in Bangkok. An American in Bangkok for almost half my life. I'll say it that way now. Chok di leo jerken mai. That's good luck and see you later. Zero sound, no static. I don't know why. Nothing's changed, Ed. Maybe it's your system. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. All I know is what I can control here, and it seems like the mic has been pretty good most of the time. I'm going to have to do a couple little tests, and you know, I do have the OBS system, so I can use the stream on the OBS, and then that means I can have people come in and do all this other stuff. I don't know if I want to do that yet, but anyway, thank you once again. I appreciate it. And I'll see you on Saturday. Saturday is the day where we have the nice discussion about what's going to happen. And I will watch Overstay. What is it? Overstay Road. To the lesson you stream as long as the dono table level is up. As you, what? To the lesson you stream as, I think you mean just check the levels. I don't think you can do anything with these particular microphones, but you do need a microphone where you can check your levels and set the gain and everything else. So that's good. So thank you very much. It's been a long stream today, longer than usual. Anything else? Nope, that's it. So thank you to all you guys, and I will talk to you later. There you go.